a whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Act slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crap.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is right up between the New York Jets and our home team. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're up in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down. 10-2 soft.
It's been a long day for you. Watch it.
They'll start here with Jackson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Set. 10 Lobo.
You ain't going nowhere. Check the backer, check the backer.
Topper, big grip.
They run on first down with Jackson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive with Martin. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Benjamin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he'll find Hall. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Go. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. Got some real estate inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
That 0 off the board. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they're looking.
Here we go, dude. Here I come.
On second down, Martin to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Faking the give, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right. We we watch 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly. So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
We go! 10 Lobo. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Brooks. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Ready? Hey, Delta.
Second and 11. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 25. Here we go. 70, Indy. Screen, watch the screen. 5.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. General West.
Second and 2. Flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ready?
51. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, it's Brooks. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Ready. 60 or.
Right there. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On second down now, it's Brooks. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Yeah, baby.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on this. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Brooks. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
58 to Mike.
Hey!
He's heavy on the edges. 58 to Mike, 58.
Shoot!
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. So don't say nothing. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Go!
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
Five!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, Orbit!
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
You get blocked, me. And 58 is the Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Your trip is huge.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Check, 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 check. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, check, check, check.
Hey, box drop.
Darnold. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
22 Jet Bombers. Bravo.
Fight 51, Mike 51. Watch the slant. 51 the Mike, boys, 51.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Yep.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Hustle.
They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Yes.
58 to Mike. 58.
Looking to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
60 outlaw. 5.
Second and 6. He's got his man on the crossing route. And, oh, he coughed it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll run. Martin. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Check curls.
Here's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, exit. 5.
They'll set up to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Wait,
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, New York.
52, right 52.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the... Third quarter play.
Jets 13.
We're going to start. 51 to Mike. You must be drinking.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
23 yards. And the Jets first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Martin. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, wahoo!
52 by 52. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 20-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7. Yo, go! Now!
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense. They got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Mike 51. I'm coming.
They run it again with Martin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Delta!
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, Slayton. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Go!
And a 10th carry here for Martin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Martin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, he'll definitely take them.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jets, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.